Ladies in the bed,
Hello, everybody.
your show about to come on.
Thank you for tuning in.
Are you ready?
Let's get it. Drop the beat.
It don't matter.
Show don't.
Let's speak.
Ooh, y'all sound good.
Cool. You don't grab that drink.
It's the what?
They're so cute.
This one you twerk.
Yup.
Hey, I see you over there twerking. I see you over there twerking. Hey, pop it, shake it, pop it,
Don't
shake it,
girl.
pop it, shake it.
Hello, welcome to the Butch and Queen podcast, where we dispel your thought while thickening the plot. So I welcome everybody on today. We're gonna get into it. Let me tell you something. Some people don't respect your hustle. Let me tell you something. So I just want to thank everybody for joining today on the live. Thank you for being a part. We're gonna get into it. First, we're gonna get into this business shout out. We're gonna shout out a business today. A business we're gonna shout out. It's gonna be my business. Now, if you want to shout your business out, I'm telling you, it's a good thing. Go on Butch and Queen Podcast at gmail.com. We will shout your business out on live. As you can see, y'all excuse all the boxes right there. That's all my equipment, wires, and all that. Let me fix this camera because I hate seeing stuff like that in the background. But anyway, my business right now, I do graphics, and if you go online, you see the show, you'll see the graphics that I do, and I also do graphics far as on like flyers. I do logos. I do a lot of stuff. Okay, but we're gonna get into this Butch and Queen podcast. So what we're gonna talk about today is poly. It seemed like poly is the thing to do. I think it seemed like everybody is choosing poly. Poly is the new black. What is it? What is it about being poly that people like? What is it about being poly? So first, what we're gonna do, and if you want to watch the show and you want to see all the videos that I post, go to my bio, TikTok, and you will see the link on my bio, and you will be able to see all the video. So I'm gonna play this video because first, before we get into it, we gotta know what poly is, right? So let's get into that.
It's not polygamy. Do you know any couples who are polyamorous?
Like that guy on TLC with a bunch of wives? I mean, what's in it for the women?
That's polygamy, but polyamory is when anyone feels the desire to share love with more than one person. Second, it's not the same thing as an open relationship. Open relationships typically include two partners who agree to see other people, usually with an agreement of what they can or can't do with additional partners.
And finally, third, polyamory is not cheating, swinging, or an orgy.
Poly relationships look different from person to person, but the central belief is that you can love more than one person at any given time. Polyamory means...
So we got into it. So now that we know what poly is, why is everybody so attracted to poly? I mean, I don't know. I think, in my personal opinion, I think people are attracted to poly because, hey, they save a lot of money. What's up, Brenda? I mean, hey, you got three people in a mutual relationship. Those three people in that mutual relationship, you saving money. You got three incomes. I mean, just think about it. But a lot of people I've seen that been in poly, and this is just what I've seen I've seen people who have poly relationships and they have been successful poly relationships. And I've seen people that's been in poly relationships that has been unsuccessful. I think the reason that the poly relationships that they were in was unsuccessful was because they didn't know what poly is. I feel a lot of people are ignorant to what poly is, because when you think of poly, you do think of TLC. You do think of the poly, the people in the poly, a poly, polygamy, where they have the several wives and they married all these wives and it's illegal. Da da da. But poly is actually a mutual thing where people come together and they say they want to be in love. Now, guess what? There's different types of poly. Is that, it's always got to be something to the game. It always got to be. Is not the same poly. So I've heard of, number one, there's the triad poly, where it's like it's a triangle, and then there's a head, and then that head is like basically they're the mind of the group. Basically what they like is basically what picks in some instances, even though they're the head, they're the person, they're just the person who makes all the moves. That's what it is sometimes. And then you have poly where it's poly and it's two men. You have poly where it's one woman and it's two men. You have poly where it's one man, because this majority of people think that poly is one man, two women. And it's not like that every time. Like there's a lot of women that are into poly relationships. One of the reasons why a lot of women are into poly relationships, when I was reading about it, is because a lot of women are busy. So, hey, why I won't have a relationship with someone and they are able to have another relationship while I go to work and do my thing and get my work going, get my career going. And then when I come home, everything is fine and y'all want to, greet me and you miss me. So that is another thing with poly relationships. It balances out your life because you're able to be with somebody, and then you don't have to give all that time when you don't have enough time to be in that relationship. But we have the poly people, and I feel bad because every group, wherever it is, have a negative situation in that group. And there is the people that misuse poly. They misuse it. They get into the relationship because they have to, and somebody is cheating. And they get into the relationship because, hey, I'm a cheater, but hey, let me put a name on my cheating. Because I don't want to be called a cheater. I don't want to be seen wrong. So I'm going to put a name on it, and I'm going to say, let's be poly. So I'm able to experience what I want and still be in a relationship. But how many know that getting in a poly relationship is not going to help you curb that cheating aspect? Because at the end of the day, you're cheating because you don't. I feel, this is my opinion about cheaters. Number one, they're selfish. Number two, sometimes there is routine has become around. And when you get into a routine, you forget the things that your partner might like. So you begin to cheat. That's my look on cheating, because I don't do cheating. Cheating is a motherfucking deal breaker for me. You cheat on me, I'm out of there. Ain't no talking about being poly. Ain't no talking about nothing. You cheated, you get out the door. Like you got to go. So with that being said, I have questions for everybody that's out there. Like, is there any people that is in on TikTok? Is any people on here that is in a poly relationship, that is interested in being in a poly relationship? Like, talk to me, people. Like, let me know. You poly girl. I know a lot of people. Me, I'm not into poly. I don't have the mindset. To be in a poly relationship, you have to have the mindset to want to share. I don't want to share nothing. I don't want to share my love. I didn't want to share my toys when I was 5 years old. So I definitely don't want to share my woman. Okay? So I'm not interested in poly. I just think it's an interesting concept. And I feel like if you get the concept down and it works for you, it could be amazing. You're saving money. You got 3 heads, not one. I mean, hey, you're conquering things. It's a lot of situations that can boost you, or it will help you far as in a poly relationship. Now I do want to let me do this real quick. There is a video that I want to show you. What's up, cousin? How you doing? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the Butcher Queen podcast. If you are on here, please like, comment, and subscribe. All my videos are, they're saved. You can always come back and watch it. Please comment. Let me know what you think. Some topics that you want to talk about. But today we're talking about poly. I'm not changing my topic. That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about poly. So, moving on. I'm going to show this video that we have, and the video is about a negative poly. Somebody had it was a negative situation that they had with being poly.
Bad breakup. Not really a breakup, like a situationship. We was together for 3 years. Found out he was married.
Oh,
Wife beat me up. Yeah. It was
damn.
horrible.
Hey, this story took
It was horrible. It was so bad. And it's crazy because the person that introduced us was his wife.
What?
I went through a really
So, with that being said, as you can see, it could turn into the poly. It could turn into something that you don't want to, like it could turn into something bad. And a lot of people, like I said before, as she said, the lady said on the video for my TikTokers, she said that she was in a relationship. In the relationship, the wife introduced them, but they turned out to, and she didn't go into detail, but it turned out that they were both married. She didn't know they were married. She thought I guess it was a group of people. But majority of the time when people decide to be in a poly relationship, they are married. They're married people. So I'm not understanding why she didn't know they was married. When you tend to get into a poly relationship, you tend to try to find out about the main couple. Because it's always, majority of the time, it's always a main couple when you get into the relationship. It's always main couple, and you're entering in the relationship as one. So there's people and those people are single poly people. Like they actually like poly relationships. They actually like being in a relationship with couples. And I think it's just super, super interesting that somebody would decide to be in a relationship with somebody that was poly. But with that being said, like I said, is there anybody who ever experienced a poly relationship or ever been in a poly relationship? Me, myself, I have not experienced, and I think I'm going to reach out to somebody so we could talk about it next time with people who have been in a poly relationship. I know a couple of people that have been in a poly relationship, and that is their thing. But like I said, it is definitely not my thing. It's not something that I want to do. Thank you, beautiful. I appreciate the love. I appreciate that. So I'm really, really not into the poly relationship. So with that being said, I'm gonna go on to
bad breakup. Not really a breakup, like a situation.
First, it's not polygamy.
My bad. I clicking on the wrong thing. So the next topic I wanted to talk about Wendy Williams. I don't know if you guys had heard about Wendy Williams. She actually has been diagnosed with dementia. And it's so, super sad. It is not fully on set to her, but she actually has she has dementia for a little, like a little bit. What's up? How you doing? How you doing, coach? So with her having dementia, what has happened is she made a will. When she made the will, she made her son her caretaker, right? So being that she made her son her caretaker, she got dementia, they went on, but the bank came back and took that away from her. And basically, I've been researching, why was the bank able to take away the family's rights of Wendy Williams' money? I feel like we really need to be mindful of our wills, what we have in our wills, what we put in our wills, the different words, everything that we're doing, because it can be detrimental, to your family. I feel like it's really sad that they did that, but we know at the end of the day, when you leave here, like even your family members, some people that you love, they're going to act funny and they're going to act a donkey with you. So I really want to encourage people, like, you definitely need to take the time out to look at your will. I don't care how old you are, how young, you need to make a will. Like, number one, when you do a will, make sure you put all your banks on there. Every single bank that you have, you need to put that on your will. Not only do you need to put your banks, any assets, anything you have on there, your cash, like Cash App, that's considered a bank now because they rolled over to a bank. Cash Apps, anything. And when you put that information in there, you need to actually go to the bank and say, hey, if I leave, you need to let them know this is the person that is able to get in my bank account. Because what they're doing now, the banks are doing now, they're making it hard for your family members to access your bank account. And I'm definitely making this a big thing and letting people know and begging you guys, because some people leave this world. You don't know when you're gonna leave this world, but some of y'all have kids, y'all have children, y'all have little babies, and if y'all leave and these little babies don't have access, and your sisters or brothers don't have access to you, it's like you're fighting and you work hard for that. Even with the Social Security, it's like they really, really, really don't want us to have the generation wealth. Like, you have created generational wealth for your child, and now they can't access it because they're not able to get to what has been provided for them. So we are creating generational wealth. But when we leave here, your child is not able to access their own generational wealth that is created for them. It is important for us, and even any other race, to put the things in line and in place so that can be taken care of. Because a lot of people are not doing the things that they're supposed to do to get that taken care of, which is a will, going to your bank, letting your bank know. If you have a house, putting the information that you need for your house, your car, anything. Sometimes you gotta write little things because you got petty family members. People's family members are cutting up and acting up. So it's just be mindful and think ahead. Don't think, oh, I got a couple of days. No, write it on a piece of paper, because guess what? You write it on a piece of paper and sign it, it will be held up in court. Now, they trying to change that. They trying to make sure that you get it notarized. They trying to do different things to keep it down. But you need to please make sure that is something that is very, very important to you, which is a will. Because the whole Wendy Williams thing, I think is terrible and it's sad. I feel like once they get a lawyer and they get it, they'll be able to get everything back. But the fact that they was able to access it. And let me tell you about a bank. All they want to do is access money so they can flip it. That's what they do. They flip money. They flip money all day. That stock market, they flip it with our money. So what they just trying to do is get access to it. If they gonna give it back, they gonna give it back to them. But the thing is, they used it to do what they wanted to do. So please be mindful and be like, even with your insurance, get life policies on your children. Get life policies on, if you know a family member don't got no money, you don't want to do no fish fry. Fish fries, that's out. Fish fries is not the answer for us no more. We don't want to do that. Be ready. Be ye also ready, as the Bible says, and get that going. I definitely I definitely encourage you to do that. And I wish I had some people who do insurance online. I know I go with State Farm. Oh, you know what? I go with State Farm. And I don't know if she's still working. Kimberly Parks. She is here in Atlanta. That's where I got my insurance with. She's a really good black lady. Shout out to State Farm. Kimberly Parks. She's in Tucker, Georgia. Shout out to her. So with that being said, I am going to end the live. I really enjoyed talking to everybody tonight. I'm not doing a long show tonight. I'm doing it real slow, simple. Just getting back in order, getting everything in place. I have some things that I want to line up, some directions I want to take the show. Thank you for the love. And some of the directions I want to take for the show is taking me a little time to get it going and get the people I need to get it in place. But I appreciate everybody who watched the live, who tune in, even after the live is over. I appreciate all the TikTok people. I thank you for all the likes. I thank you for all the love. I thank you guys for being there for me while I go through the change and get everything going. But I'm excited because I kind of want to do more of I want to do a live, but I want to do a pre-recorded so y'all can see what I go through. I think my life is very interesting, and I just want to talk about some things, and I'm able to talk about more things when I have more, like when it's more interaction, more people. So I feel like I can give that more to you if I do pre-recorded. Sometimes with the live, a lot of people are not able to get here and be present when I go live. 8 o'clock is not for them. But if I'm able to do something and it's pre-recorded and we sit down, we have a talk, and you can come back and watch it whenever you want to, I think that is going to be a beautiful thing. I'm super excited about it. Something I want to do, and I kind of want to do more of a round table type thing, more of a panel. I love panels, so I want to do more of that. So just stick with me and be patient with me. I know, and I appreciate you. I appreciate all my family members, all my cousins, all my friends, everybody who clicks on the live. I appreciate you. So I'm going to be out. You guys have a good night. Peace out.
Put your kids in the bed. Hello, everybody. Your show about to come on. Thank you for tuning in. Are you ready? Let's get it. Drop the beat. It don't matter. No, don't. Let's speak. Ooh, y'all sound good. Ooh, you don't grab that drink. Hey.